Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon. Here is the national news from VGI TV Current. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines. Governors to meet EFCC, CBN over security votes. Emefiele CBN's superintendence is so damaging. Interim government satanic, unconstitutional. Igbo'S will support Tinubu swearing in. Ohanaeze. 8 communities deserted, scores killed, kidnapped in Niger. And on sports, CAF inspects Nigeria's facilities. Now the news in detail. The governors of the 36 states of the Federation will on Tuesday meet with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Central Bank of Nigeria over the security vote in their respective domains. Also expected at the meeting are the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, and the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS. Spokesman of the Nigeria's Governors Forum, Abdulrazak Bello Barkindo, said in a statement, the planned meeting will be virtual is to ensure full attendance by all the relevant officers in the matter. Bello Barkindo stated that the governors, as well as the Economic and Financial Crimes Agency in the country, will use the opportunity to iron out thorny issues surrounding their state security vote towards establishing a better option for managing the funds. Furthermore, the meeting will also consider deepening the management and expansion of the cashless policy, which took effect from the time of redesigning of the national currency by Nigerian Naira last year, to further the financial inclusion of all citizens in the insurance scheme of things going forward, the statement read. Going on to the next story. 3 months on, the damage to the economy wrought by the Central Bank of Nigeria's ill-timed and rigorously implemented Naira redesign policy is ranging. Amid scarcity of both the old and new Naira note, the Phase 7 missive that Emefiele, the CBN governor, would personally embark on physical monitoring of deposit money banks to ensure that they were paying out the old Naira note as directed came as a commercial relief. Monetary policy has been so badly mismanaged under Emefiele that his continued stay in office is questionable. As businesses and individuals groan under the cash scarcity, CBN's Monetary Policy Committee raised the benchmark lending rate to 18%, accentuating the difficulty in the business operating environment. Clearly, beyond the crisis accompanying the currency design, the CBN under Emefiele's superintendence has faltered in its core mandate. The Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, a think tank, estimates that Nigeria lost 20 trillion naira to the Naira redesign policy since it started in January 2023. The Director General CPPE, Muda Yusuf, attributed the losses to the declaration and deceleration of economic activities, crippling all of the trading activities sitting of the informal economy, contraction of the agricultural sector, the paralysis of rural economy. CPPE said the economy was gradually grinding to a halt because of the collapse of payment systems across all platforms, noting that digital platforms were performing suboptimally due to redesigning and congestion. Physical cash is unavailable because the CBN has sucked over and away over 70% of cash in the economy, it stated. And to the next story. Amid the call for an interim government, the Ohanaeze Igbo, Apex Igbo socio-cultural organization, on Monday vowed to support the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okechukwu Izeguzoro, the Secretary General of Ohanaeze Igbo, said the call for an interim government is satanic and unconstitutional. Izeguzoro urged the Department of State Services, DSS, to arrest those behind the clamor for an interim government. Speaking with information learned, Izeguzoro said the Apex socio-political organization would never be part of such an evil in Nigeria. According to Igbo'S, Igbo will never be part of any interim government. The DSS should arrest those behind the scene plotting to have an interim government. Ohanaeze challenges the DSS to arrest those who are the proponent of the interim government to ensure that unpatriotic elements of doom do not derail our democracy with the evil intent to stall the smooth transition of power from Buhari to Tinubu. Going on to North. At least 8 communities in Mashegu local government area of Niger State have been allegedly deserted following incessant attacks by armed gunmen suspected to be bandits. The bandits were said to have killed 7 villagers and abducted about 26 others in the same local government. Confirming the development, the executive chairman of Mashegu, Honorable Umar Jibrin Igede, in Mina on Saturday said so far 7 villages in the council have been deserted due to increasing attacks on the area to the internally displaced persons IDPs camp in Kontagora. He cited Kul-O, Sa'unrami, and Ahin Ajia as the villages where the government had been unleashing terror in the past 2 weeks. He stated a total of 26 persons have so far been abducted from the affected communities. 7 others were killed by the armed bandits in their renewed onslaught against the residents of the local government in the last 5 days. Concluding the national news this hour is a sports story. Confederation of African Football (CAF) inspectors have inspected facilities put forward by Nigeria for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria put forward a joint bid with neighbors Benin Republic to host the biennial competition. The CAF team inspected the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba, and Teslim Balogun Stadium, Lagos. The Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City, and Amadou Bello Stadium, Kaduna, were also inspected by the team. The team were accompanied by officials of the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF. The inspectors will also check out the Stade Charles de Gaulle Port Novo in Benin Republic. It will be recalled that Nigeria hosted the 2000 AFCON finals with Ghana. That ends the national news this hour. Before we go, some major headlines. Governors to meet EFCC, CBN over security votes. Emefiele CBN superintendence so damaging. We also brought to you interim government satanic, unconstitutional. Igbo'S will support Tinubu swearing in, Ohanaeze declares. Finally, on sport, CAF inspects Nigeria's facilities. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.